Hey guys, welcome back. So we have a new time slide here, and I thought we would go through it because this is certainly going to be, I believe, one of the last time slides. So we have a power flow lane, so we're going to go through all of this. But they had said that new content would go into December, and so this time slide that just started will run until December 1st. My assumption would be that there might be one more after this one, and then that's probably gonna be it. I don't think they'll go into late December. I could be wrong about that, but my sense is we've got probably 2 more time slides, including this one, and then arenas, and that's basically it. I think by the time we get to mid-December, there will be no new content, and then, whatever players are left at that point will just, have fun for a month, and then come mid-January, it's all over. So yeah, I'm not surprised about this. I assumed that we would not get a whole lot of new content after they made the announcement. It wouldn't really make sense for them to, pour a whole lot of time and resources into this. So, I think this is all we're going to get, guys. I don't think there's going to be any sort of special missions or new things at all. I think we have this time slide and maybe one more, and I think that'll be it. So I hope you guys are doing well. I did do a poll the other day on my YouTube channel. Obviously, it's a very small sample size just to see, who's still playing, who's not playing, and it was about 60-40. 60% were still playing to some degree, whether very actively or just casually, and about 40% had left the game, and that seems to be about right just from talking to a lot of people. Like, I've had a bunch of friends leave the game completely, and then a lot of my friends are just kind of playing like I am, just kind of still having some fun, but playing a lot less than before, not doing AMs anymore, and just kind of, enjoying. So my feeling is I'm still enjoying it more than I'm not. It's not as exciting, that's for sure, but I'm just going to keep going until I feel done. I doubt I will go all the way until January, but I probably will keep playing at least maybe for another couple weeks. I do want to see how the story ends, basically, whatever final content they put out. And there's a few more random fights I'd like to do. That's why I'm still posting on YouTube. Engagement is way down for pretty much everybody who, runs TFTF YouTube channels, just because, a lot of people are leaving the game. They're letting it go. They're moving on, and that makes perfect sense. So my feeling is, if you're still enjoying it, why not? Because once it's gone, it's gone. But now that they're just giving away tons and tons of free resources, it's nice. Like, they should do that, but obviously it takes some of the excitement out of the game, because this game was always about, grinding and setting goals and completing your objectives and everything. So, it is pretty easy now. You're getting, thousands of energon per week, and lots of deals and everything. So, I'm glad they're at least doing some stuff like that. But, beyond that, though, the only reason to play is if it's still fun for you. And I understand why. I think for a lot of people, they're just done with it. So, anyway, it would have been nice if they had offered, something special for the end. I don't think they will, though. I think since they did explicitly say that they would run content into December, they don't have a whole lot of time left to do anything different or do anything interesting. I think it's just going to be these couple of stories. And so, anyway, guys, let me know how you're doing. Let me know if you're still playing, if you're still enjoying it. If there are any final fights you want to do, any final missions you want to do, the time is now. You might as well just do it, before it's too late. I have done everything in this game at this point except finish LOC 3, and I don't know why I'm hesitating on it. I'm not very excited to finish LOC 3. I have a few lanes left. I had done the first lane, like the brawler lane, like a year ago, and then I just very slowly did a few more lanes. And I wasn't finishing it, I think, before they made the announcement. I wasn't finishing LOC 3 because honestly, it was the last thing in the game I hadn't done, So now that the game's ending, I feel like I kind of should but I haven't been very excited for it. I think it's just because of the 2-bot thing, you know, because you can only bring 2 bots. You know, most people just use Tronus for almost everything if you want to just get through it. The AI is annoying. You know, it's not that hard. It's just annoying, and the fights are long, and you have to concentrate. So, I don't know. I'll probably just, I don't know, just like set aside a few days and just burn through the rest of it over a couple days, and then, you know, at that point, I will have achieved everything in this game, quite literally. So, but that's it for me. I mean, there's nothing else for me to do except for do what I have been doing, which is just kind of play around with bots that I didn't get a chance to play much with before, and that has been fun. I think that's why I'm still playing. I was able to rank up some more bots, to a couple more to rank 6. You know, I took Grinder and Ratchet to rank 6 after I did some Fog of War grinding, and I've been able to rank 5 a few more bots, and so that's just kind of what I'm trying to do now. You know, just kind of enjoy whatever I feel like I still want to do. So anyway, we're making our way through this. We have a Slipstream boss. We'll use RC here. What is Slipstream on? She will be on Power Flow, of course, Repair Timed, and that's it. Okay. They've been doing Repair Timed a lot lately. I'm not sure why, but it's no big deal. The Slipstream is usually pretty easy. I actually did pull Skywarp just yesterday, so that was fun. He is one of the few remaining bots that I don't have. There's a couple Titan bots I don't have that I'm obviously just not going to get now because I'm not going to do AMs like crazy just to get a couple bots that I won't use. But at this point, after I got Skywarp, I am missing Slipstream and G1 Ironhide. That's it. So it'd be nice to get them before the end, you know, or before I give this game up. I don't know if I will, but it was fun to get, you know, Skywarp. I'll probably at least take him up to rank 4 or something and just, you know, have some fun with him. You know, why not? You know, I never really got to use him at all. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm doing. But it is nice, though, not to be playing AMs anymore. It's nice to play a lot less, you know, just have more free time, given how much I've played this game. All right, so Slipstream is down. That was nice and easy, you know, so you could bring a bot like Cheetor if you want to make that fight easier, the repair time, but otherwise, not difficult. So let's go ahead and jump into the next chapter. Hey guys, alright, so in this chapter we have a Skywarp boss. We'll jump into this one. We'll see what Mr. Sharkticon is on here. What are you on? Anything interesting? No, crit rate. Okay, they've been doing that one a lot too, so they're clearly recycling lots of mods, but that's okay. So, anyway, I was saying earlier that I had been spending a lot of time, you know, just kind of playing around with a lot of bots that I didn't get to play with too much before, just doing a lot of random fights just for fun. I do now have all of my 5-star bots at rank 4 now. Well, I guess except Skywarp because I just got him, but I will rank 4 him as well. It'd be nice to be able to get every bot to rank 5 before I'm done, but the thing about that, it takes a ton of golden ore, but more importantly, I'd have to grind fog a lot more, and I just don't think I have the patience for that. So I probably won't do that, but it does feel good to have every bot at rank 4 or higher at this point. And I ranked 5 a few more bots. I took up TAC B, I took up Motormaster, Kickback, I think 1 or 2 others as well after I did Fog of War. So got a pretty good roster now, now that the game is ending, but that's alright. So yeah, I mean, this is it, guys. I mean, I am very much looking forward to being able to, you know, use a lot more of my free time because, you know, I've been playing this game a little over 2 years, you know, not nearly as long as some other players. I found this game late, but I have played this game literally every day since I started. I have never even taken a single day off until I stopped doing AMs about a month ago. I had not taken a week off of AMs, and so I am looking forward to just being able to relax because I had to literally schedule this game into my life, you know, around work and everything, especially with AMs and stuff because that was always so time consuming. So I think I've mentioned before, I am going to take a break from gaming for a bit once I'm done with TFTF, and then possibly post about another game in the future. It'll have to be a game that I really like and I'm really invested in, because I'm not a gamer. I mean, I'm not a I'm not a hardcore gamer at all. I don't really play mobile games. I don't have consoles, but we'll just have to see what happens. If Transformers Rise is a real thing, if that does come out, I'll certainly check that out. I know some people are playing Earth Wars. That's just not for me, though. It's kind of base building games. I don't know. That just looks really boring to me personally. So I'm not going to play that. But like I said, I'm just going to take some time off and not play any games regularly for a while. And then if I find something interesting, if you have any recommendations, let me know. I do like fighting games, like this kind of style of fighting game, for sure. And obviously Transformers games, but there's not very many of them. So, we'll see what happens. And, I think a couple of the most popular TFTF YouTubers, like, Skies, will probably do something, I imagine, with his channel. Somebody like MUFC14, not really sure, because most of the other YouTubers for this game, including the ones that had, at least decent audiences, and when I say decent, I just mean like hundreds of subscribers, most of them are done now. Most of them aren't posting anymore or only posting very rarely, so yeah, because there was a lot of people that only posted about this game, or at least mostly posted about this game, including myself. So we'll just have to see. What happens. Okay, so we have a mini boss Ramjet. He's on evade ranged, no problem here. So this one seems to be pretty easy thus far. Sometimes Skywarp is annoying to fight, so we'll see what he's on. But yeah. So that's where we are, guys. We do have the T4 Basic Arena starting, today, or, running today. So if you're still itching for some T5B, you might want to grind that arena, if you're close to, forming a full spark, because that's the one spark they have not given us yet, given us any access to. So you might want to run through that, and of course explore Prime to get a few thousand more T5B shards if you are looking to rank 6 any final bots before the game dies. So I think we have, today's November 17th, so I guess we have about 8 weeks left. So, there's still some time to play. We got, almost 2 full months here, so, kind of like I said, 10 minutes ago, if there's anything you still want to do it now. Any rank ups you want to do them now, because otherwise, you don't want to do it a week before the game ends, because then you're not going to be able to enjoy anything. So yeah, that's really about it. I mean, besides just playing around with some new bots, or bots that I rarely used, I don't really have anything else to do except, like I said, maybe finish LOC 3. So anyway, let's see what Skywarp is on here. Let's see. It's on crit rate, repair timed, and crit damage. Okay, no big deal. And I have Cheetor. Perfect for repair timed. So, alright. I'm glad I brought Cheetor into this one. So, let's see. I am looking forward to playing with Skywarp a bit. He was never amazing, but I like his look, I like his specials, I like the teleporting and all of that. At least they put some effort into him, and he, at least mostly works, unlike some of the other bots they released. So, okay. Okay, got the repair block there. Come on. So, come on, use a special, dude. Alright, thank you. Alright. Be able to whittle him down here pretty easily. Cheetor is perfect for this kind of thing. So, okay, nice. And nice. All right, so Skywarp is down, pretty easy. Cheetor is perfect for that. You could use Shockwave if you struggle with repair time, but otherwise, certainly not difficult. So let's go ahead and jump into the final chapter, guys. All right, guys, so we have the final chapter here, and looks like we're gonna go the Prowl lane, and this boss is Starscream, I think, is the boss for this one. Crit damage. Okay, so they had crit rate and crit damage. Not too tricky at all. So this should not be too difficult and should be able to get through it pretty quickly. So get to use Bone Crusher a little bit. You know, like Bone Crusher's a bot that I always liked. Didn't play with all that much, but he was one of my first rank 5s. I always liked him. Loved the bleeds. So just using bots like him, you know, this is the kind of thing that still gives me a little bit of enjoyment playing this game. I still have fun every time, you know, so as awful as Kabam always was, and they definitely were and are awful, they made one amazing game here, and that's why I think I'm just not ready to let it go yet, you know, so, because some days I log on and I'm bored and I think, I'll just let it go and I'll just say goodbye, and then I see a fight that I want to do, and then I do the fight, and then I enjoy it, and then I want to play some more, and then I let it go for the next day, and then I come back and I want to play again, you know, so, you know, there was always something kind of addictive about this game, you know, especially when you get so invested into it, you know, like so many of us did, playing every day, grinding all the time, you know, it is going to be a little hard to let it go, so anyway. Alright, so we have a Warrior Shark here. Shouldn't be too tricky for Mr. Optimus to finish off without much of a problem. I do want to run through LOC 2 one more time if I can. The most requested fight I have ever gotten is to do Soundwave versus Wasp, right? Because obviously a SIG 100 Soundwave against that Wasp who has the 1000% range buff. That would be a really fun fight to do some reflecting with. Unfortunately, though, you know, you have to go through like 8 or 9 fights to get to Wasp because he's near the end. You know, I always wished, one thing I always wished that they had been able to do would be to give us access to any bot in any of the LOCs. Once you finished it, right? So like if you explored LOC 1 or okay, right? If you wanted to jump ahead to Grinder or to Barricade or to Demotron, you know, like if there was a way to do that so that you could just skip ahead without having to fight, you know, 6 bots or 8 bots first, that would have been so much better, you know, because, you know, most people just ended up practicing against Mixmaster over and over again just because he was the first fight. You know, you don't want to have to fight 7 bots before you get to the bot that you want to fight. I wish that they had been able to introduce that option. It probably just wasn't possible, and even if it was, they probably wouldn't have done it anyway. But anyway, because of that, I probably will try to go through LOC 2 one more time. It is my favorite of the LOCs. I think it's a pretty fun mission, and the mods are interesting, and I would at least like to get to Wasp so I can do that fight and then just call it a day. So I'll see about that. You know, that might be one of the last videos that I post. Because beyond this time slide, and like I said, assuming there is one more, you know, besides this stuff, there's not really anything else left to post in terms of like videos, really, you know, except maybe, you know, the occasional interesting fight that you want to do. You know, like I posted that RC versus LC Prowl fight the other day just for fun because, you know, I've been using RC a lot more lately just because I think she's really exciting. You know, you can do that kind of fight, but otherwise there's not really going to be anything else left to post. So, whoops. Anyway, but that's okay, you know, so I think I'll try to do LOC 2 one more time. I had thought about doing ROK, doing LOC 1 with Sharks, with 4-star Sharks, because I have all of them ranked up right now, and I am going to forge them all into one more bot. I would like to fully forge one final bot. I'm not sure who yet, so what I might do is do ROK with the Sharks and then forge them away, but again, that's going to take some time, so we'll just have to see. But I don't know if I'll do that or not, but anyway, we'll see. You know, we'll see what happens. And all right, okay, Cheetor, nice job. You got hit with the special 1, but you dodged the special 2. So Blaster's down. We have Thundercracker. I believe this will be mini boss Thundercracker, probably. So let's see what he is on. Yeah, melee bleed. Okay. All right. So we can just bring OGP into this. Shouldn't be too bad. All right. So So yeah, guys, that's about it. I think I said I have a few more video ideas, and I will just keep posting casually for fun for anybody who wants to see until the day comes that I say goodbye. And when I do that, I will definitely, make a video about that. Whenever at least whenever I decide to stop posting on the channel, I will make a video about that, and kind of say farewell to. Not say farewell to my channel, but say farewell to TFTF in my channel. And beyond the fact that, like I said, I might post for another game in the future, no matter what, my channel will remain live. Because one of the reasons why I've been posting still is just because I kind of look at my channel as a sort of, mental memory and a sort of diary of my fights, because, videos are all we're going to have once the game is gone. And so, just to have like a sort of memory bank of those fights, of at least some of my fights over the last couple of years, is fun. And, I'm glad that, even though I only started this channel early this year, I'm really glad now that I posted quite consistently because, I've got well over 100 videos, and so those will remain and those will stay up no matter what happens down the line. So, all right. Okay, so we have a Necro, and then we have Starscream. Okay, so we'll just take care of him with MV1, and then Starscream is probably going to be on a ranged mod of some kind, I'm guessing. So we'll see. Okay. But yeah, let me know what you guys are doing. The guys, some of you guys are still watching and still active, so let me know what you guys are up to. Do you have any final missions you want to accomplish? Are you doing any final rank ups? Is there anything that you're still struggling with in the game that you need advice on? I'm happy to, give any advice if you're struggling with anything, or if there's some final mission that you're trying to get through and having a hard time with. Let me know, and I'll do my best to get back to you. But yeah, that's pretty much where we are. Okay, so Necro's down, and we're gonna wrap up with Starscream here. So, what is he on? Okay, so crit damage, armor piercing, energon storm, rampage, a resistance buff, and attack buffs. Each buff adds 150% and is removed. Okay, so this seems new, right? It seems like a new buff, rampage. He's going to be really tanky, but it looks like you can nullify the resistance pretty easily. So let's just see how this goes with Soundwave, because Soundwave can reflect all of his crazy range shots. Alright, so I think that's a new mod, or if it's not, I've never seen it before. So, alright, so yeah, he is super tanky. I am doing basically 0 damage here. Alright. Okay, there's the shock. No big deal. Okay, come on. And it should heal up here. Yep, okay. Alright, so yeah, so Starscream has a lot of attack buffs and those super tanky resistance buffs, but doesn't seem like it's too difficult to nullify them. Alright, thank you. Alright, so this should get him down pretty low. Okay, we've nullified the buff again. Okay. Alright. Come on. Use your special so we can take you down. Please. Okay, good. Thank you. And just like that, Starscream is down. Okay, so not a very difficult fight. He's clearly extremely tanky. But it looks like you can remove that resistance buff pretty easily through attacks. So just don't get hit. And it shouldn't be too complicated for you. It looks like all of the hard lanes in each chapter are not very difficult. There was crit damage and crit resistance and one other one, I don't remember, but none of them were particularly difficult. And the Slipstream boss was no problem. Skywarp had a big crit damage buff and repair time, but that's nothing too crazy, so shouldn't be very difficult. Alright, so anyway, I just wanted to remind you guys, I mean, you probably know, but just in case, They have updated the store, so right, the featured bot store. You can get all these sparks now, Tier 2 alphas, T3 basics, T3 alphas, T4 basics for very cheap. And you can get 5-star bots for 500 energon and 4-star bots for 100. I have been buying some of the 4-star bots because it's really good for golden ore. You know, if you buy 10 of them, you're going to get a ton of dupes and get lots of golden ore if you're trying to rank up. Like I said, they're not offering T5B in any other way. I really hope they do so people can rank 6 bots, but we'll just have to see. So anyway, I'll leave it there for now, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll be in touch again soon.